Welcome, and thank you for joining today's presentation. I'm Eric, Principal Consultant at Cherry Catalyst Consulting. Over the past several weeks, we've partnered with Arizona Online University to diagnose and address key talent challenges, specifically employee attrition and performance variability. Today, I'll walk you through our findings, our methodology, and our strategic recommendations for your organization. Here's a quick overview of today's agenda for this presentation. We'll begin with the project's purpose and scope, walk through our methodology and findings, then highlight key successes and challenges we had. I'll share 6 strategic recommendations and a follow-up plan, and we'll close out with a summary of impact and the next steps for your organizations to follow. Our project was aimed to uncover not the root causes of talent challenges and deliver evidence-based strategies for retention and performance improvement. The purpose of this engagement was to uncover the root causes of high turnover and inconsistent performance across the departments. Our aim again was to reduce attrition by 15% and improve performance metrics by 10% within 1 year. To achieve this, we conducted a mixed method analysis combining quantitative data from Craggle and qualitative insights from the Marine Corps Organizational Culture Research as a baseline for our assessment for your organization. The project charter was defined as our scope, our methods, and our deliverables. It emphasized data integrity, cultural insight, and strategic alignment. We analyzed 450 employee records, reviewed organizational climate data, and committed to delivering a comprehensive report, strategic recommendations, and real-time dashboards. The approach emphasized collaboration, confidentiality, and cultural alignment throughout the whole assessment process. For our timeline, we followed a 4-phase plan. 1 week additional analysis allowed for a richer thematic mapping and stakeholder validation. While most phases were completed on schedule, we extended the analysis phase by 1 week to deepen our thematic coding and stakeholder validation. This flexibility allowed us to deliver more richer insights without compromising quality or deadlines throughout this process. We began by cleaning and structuring the Kaggle dataset in Excel, removing duplicates and inputting missing values from your organization. We used pivot tables to segment data by department and role, applied descriptive analysis and correlation matrix to identify trends. On the qualitative side, we mapped themes from open-ended responses and conducted observational analysis to capture cultural dynamics for your organization. Our key findings. Employees with less than 2 years of service had the highest attrition rate, 27%, according to our data. We also found a clear inverse relationship between monthly income and turnover risk. Managerial support gaps limited career progression were recurring themes in exit interviews, pointing to systemic issues in leadership and engagements throughout your organization. Our key findings. Performance ratings were strongly linked to training hours. Top performers averaged 40 hours annually, and departments with structured feedback cycles showed higher engagement. However, inconsistencies in communication and team cohesion were evident, especially in departments with lower performance scores. Successes. Our successes included actionable insights, stakeholder buy-in, and early impressions of key recommendations. We successfully identified high-risk employee groups and validated key drivers of attrition and performance. Leadership actively engaged in feedback sessions and mentorship pilot programs was launched in 1 department. These were early wins that demonstrated strong momentum and organizational readiness for change throughout your organization. We navigated these challenges through confidentiality protocols, interactive feedback, and flexible scheduling. We faced initial resistance around data sharing and survey participation. Cultural sensitivity was crucial, especially when discussing leadership feedback. Time constraints were limited the depth of some interviews, but we mitigated these through targeted focus groups and observational analysis throughout the organization. The project delivered 6 strategic recommendations, real-time dashboards, and a phased implementation roadmap. The mentorship pilot is underway and leadership has committed to quarterly feedback cycles. These outcomes reflect both immediate impact and long-term strategic alignment as well. To address early career attritions, we recommend pairing new hires with seasoned employees. This builds engagement and institutional knowledge from day one. We're piloting this in one of the departments and will compare 6-month attrition rates to assess the impact and see if it is worth the investment. For our recommendations, we propose a mid-year salary reviews for employees below the median income to promote equity and retention. Additionally, we recommend increasing the training budget by 20% as training hours are directly linked to performance outcomes because these interventions are both cost effective and have a high packed return on investment for your organization. To foster a culture of continuous feedback, we'll implement a quarterly 360 assessments for managers. We also recommend piloting flexible schedules and remote work days, tracking their impact on turnover. Finally, annual pulses surveys modeled on the Marine Corps research will monitor climate shifts and guide future interventions for your organization. For our follow-up strategies, we will use dashboards to monitor attrition in real time and refine interventions based on emerging trends. The mentorship pilot will evaluate through experimental testing, and focus groups will deepen our understanding of manager-employee dynamics. This is an integrated approach that ensures agility and accountability for your entire organization. To summarize this engagement, we delivered a comprehensive diagnosis and a roadmap for change. Our recommendations are grounded in data and designed for a cultural fit. With leadership support and real-time tracking, Arizona Online is well positioned to reduce attrition, elevate performance, and foster a living organizational climate. If there's any questions, our methodology and our recommendations are grounded in a contemporary research and validated frameworks. These are some of the references that inform you of the approach and reinforce our commitment to evidence-based and ethical consulting practices. Again, thank you again. My name is Eric Cherry with Catalyst Consulting. If you have any other further questions, we can talk later offline. You have a great day and thank you.